Hey, we back here again. It's been a couple of days since I last did this because I got distracted with some other coursework that I also need to do. Um, but that one's kind of different. We're not doing that one here, that's for sure. Anyway, I have food. Nom, nom. And if you remember, we have only the rebalance left to do. Just the rebalance, which is not very much. We did load last time, I believe. No, remove. We did remove last time. There we go. Remove is now working all good. So that's nice. Let's just smallen all of these so they're not getting in the way. There we go. And let's go back. There we go. So now we just have to rebalance. Now, rebalance is triggered in an interesting way because it's triggered by the controller every however long, and also by the D-store when the D-store joins. So that's the two things that we have to trigger it by, and then it looks pretty complicated. If we have a look at the instructions here, you look at the other ones: remove, like half a page; load, like half a page; storage rebalance, more than a page. It's like a page and a half. So, yeah, this is probably going to be difficult. But we're going to get it done. Hopefully today, because I'm running out of videos stored up and I need to get the new ones up. Plus, I do still have that other coursework to do, which is also fantastic. Anyway, I'll put on some music. There we go. And we will get going. Rebalance. First, I'm going to do the triggers. So we already have one of them. The D-store, when it receives the D-store command, it adds the D-store and then it rebalances. So we have that one already. What I do need, though, is up at the top. I'm going to start a new thread. Up there. So we've got this one, the rebalance timer. Wait, rebalance timer is already here. Did we already do this? If time has reached 0, remove the D-store and rebalance. But that's the D-store timer. What about the rebalance timer? Oh yeah, here we go. Look at this. Increment the rebalance timer. The rebalance timer is reach the rebalance. Rebalance. Oh, fantastic. We've already done that. That's beautiful. What is this? Can we not see them? Oh. Field index may be final. No, it's not. I changed it, you retard. Well, why are you telling me all of these can be final? I changed them. Okay. Great. Okay, I don't like these. Anyway, so we've already got the rebalance time. That's great. So that means all we need to do is the actual function itself. So then, instructions. What do you say? This operation is started period of the controller based on rebalance period argument, and when a new D-store joins the data store. In the latter case, this message, where the port is the endpoint, the D-store. Yep, join port. Okay, so for each D-store I, controller sends to D-store list, and then the D-store sends to the controller list, file list. Let me check that that's what D-store is doing, because list currently, I believe, is called by the client. So, well, let's see. Where's list? Here we go. What does list do? Lists the stored files. List. Well, yeah. Yeah, it does. It does do that. Gets all the stored files. It gets them all from the index, though. It doesn't get them from the D-stores. Is that correct? Let me just check. Where is list? Ah, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Client sends to controller list, and controller sends back to client a file list. Space separated list of file names. Ooh, we didn't do the failure handling on that though, actually. don't think we did. So we should probably knock that on the head while we're here. We should do so if wait, it doesn't need any arguments though. Malformed expression received by controller isn't possible, is it? I mean, you could put like extra things on the end, but surely we just don't do anything in that case. Or rather, we don't change what we're doing. Okay. But not enough D-stores have joined. That also doesn't make sense though. You don't need the D-stores. You don't need D-stores to send this because I'm doing it with index. No idea. The whole thing is so cursed. Right, let's just go back here. Right. So controller sends to D-store list. Okay. For D-store... wait. We're gonna want the outs though, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna want the outs. For print writer, D-store out in this dot D-store out, yeah. We will take the get values. There we go. So now we have all of the D-stores that currently exist on the controller. I didn't put you on shuffle. There you go. Cool. Right. So for every D-store, what are we actually doing to them? Sending them a message, right? Print line? Yeah, there we go. We send it list. I believe? Yeah, just list. And then we're going to flush it. And then we're going to be needing to wait for these in the same way that we wait for an ACK. D-store sends back to the controller. But could we just wait for it here instead of doing it like the axe? But if it then doesn't send, we have a problem. The whole program dies if the D-store then doesn't send. We're meant to use the timeout for this, right? We're going to have to use the timeout for this. So, I think it is best to do it with the axe. I mean, the same way as the axe. We got store axe and remove axe. The D-store sends back to the controller list again, which is going to confuse it because it already receives list here. So we are going to have some error checking here. So what I'm going to do then, if dot length is less than 2, we do that, and then else this has come from a D-store. From D-store. Right. And then we do it in the waiting for axe thing, don't we? Where is this? Waiting for store axe, waiting for remove axe. Oh, let's go again. Another one. Waiting. D-store. Whoa, wait, what is that? Go away. Lists. Cool. And then where do we do it? Here. Waiting dstore lists. There you go. Another one, because there weren't enough already. Fantastic. Oh, go away, Narlin. Right. So then down here in Rebalance, we are then going to need to add each dstore to the list. Wait, hang on. How's this going to work? Let's just do it here, shall we? Wait, actually, let's not do this. Because then here we can do... So this is now a hash map, right? Maybe that doesn't work actually, okay. Never mind. We iterate through all of those with their values, but now we need the ports, don't we? Yeah, that's going to complicate things. What I'm going to do for now... Open up port, is it? So we can see who it came from. And then here, in this one's execute, we got store, load, remove. On 0 dot equals list. Does the dstore actually store what files it has? File folder. And damn. Let's look up how to do this then. Find all files in the directory. Yes, that's what we want. Dot list. Okay, that works. So what we're going to call here list files. I don't know what that's going to need, so we'll just leave it like that for now. Public void list files. Okay, cool. Now we have this, recognizing things. It is going to need to get its file. File equals new file this.file folder. Okay. Path names. Wait, do we need to say it's a string or something? Yeah. String path names equals file.list. And then I think we want to concatenate them. Does it say they're comma separated? Space separated list of file names. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's try this one. Hat innate list of strings dot. How are we doing this? Oh, join. String.join. Okay. string.join, path names. And the thing goes first. Like that.
Why upgrade to YouTube
Okay,
Premium?
for now, I'm just going to print that out.
Free, so you'll never have to stop
Print
clicking
9.
choose to skip an ad. It has background
Path
play,
names.
so whether you're working out to music or listening to a podcast, your sound won't stop playing if you lock your screen.
Wait, no, I need to
And it has mobile down,
do this as well.
so you can keep learning
Path
and
names
getting
equals
better,
that.
even when you don't have
No?
Wi-Fi or data.
Why not?
Upgrade to YouTube Premium. Try 1 month free and watch.
Oh,
Money
yeah, of
Rabbit.
course, of course. We'll just call it result, sure. Built in there. Okay, cool. Let's run everything and see what happens. Because remember, it should be executing this whole rebalance thing naturally at some point anyway. There you go. This has clipboard. This apparently doesn't have anything. Is that correct? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is, because I bet it deletes it, doesn't it? Wait, hang on, I need to go find the file we're working in now. Because I've been elsewhere. Here we go. File 1. Yeah, it doesn't contain anything. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this doesn't get anything, and this is sending out clipboard1.pdf. So that's fine. Fine and dandy. Now, just complicate things. What if I do that? And I'll be watching this here. After a few seconds. There you go. There you go. Remember, it's not allowed to have spaces, so that is an issue, but it doesn't matter for this short test. That worked. Speaking of not allowing to have spaces, though, you are meant to check here, aren't you? Pretty sure you're meant to check here. Let me just look in the store, file handling. It doesn't actually say to stop there being spaces, okay. File names do not contain spaces. That's all it said, so I guess it's just an assumption we can make. That's good. That is very good. Okay, cool. So that works. We have this now. But instead of printing it out, we need to send it back to the controller. Right? So what I'm going to do, this dot cout dot print 9 result. See if that works. Run the restore, run the restore. Here we go. So it should run rebalance, and then it should receive this. Oh, I didn't flush it. My bad. There we go. It's receiving emptiness. Oh, that's from the first one. Yeah, of course. Which doesn't have any files. Yeah, okay. It's just going to ignore those messages then, isn't it? Pretty much. Pretty much. But look at the spaces though. Oh, there's only one space. Oh, okay, I thought there were two. That's we're fine. We're fine. It literally just receives an empty signal. So that's fine. It can do that if it likes. Probably quite helpful, in fact, because then we know which ones, are empty. So that's fine. Now, one thing that we are using to test this rebalance is that it should duplicate that end file at the end, because, that's how that works. Rebalancing all. Okay, but yes, it's doing that. It's receiving all of the files that this thing has. And it didn't even need any arguments in the end, which is great. Fantastic. So the point is that we need to have this here. It should be printing out the port, but it's not, is it? Ah, because this isn't sending list as well. My bad. Here we go. List, space. Okay, let's try this. Should now be printing out the ports as well. So let's see. Wow! Why is it receiving so many? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, because it receives list and then it sends... Oh, because the list is empty, isn't it? If they're listing empty file... Oh dear, this is going to break heavily, isn't it? Because look, it's receiving this, but then the command length is not more than 2 because it's sending an empty file. So then it just lists out and then it sends it back and forth and back and forth. And the whole thing just messes up. It's not helpful. Not helpful at all. So, what I'm going to do... Yeah, let's print out the ports here as well. Just to check I know what's going on. I think we're going to need to use our little reference thing again though. Yeah, okay, great. Oh. Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay, look. Run the damn controller, please. I just want to check the ports, that's all. You check the port. It should be the stupid ones in the 50,000s. Yeah, it's the stupid ones in the 50,000s. That's fine. It means that we can use the reference again. Reverse the reference back on itself. Pretty much. But that's fine. Now if I check the reference though, where is it? It's the other way around. Oh, that's request reference. D-store reference, here we go. Oh, yeah, okay. It doesn't say. Cool. So what I then do here, just to check again, D-store reference. I'm going to print out that. Okay, go. Oh, it is that way round. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect, that is. Okay, cool. I thought it was the other way around. Look, we've got the silly reference first, and then the actual one. That's perfect. That's very nice. Enjoyable. I still have food, by the way. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and port, and not, wait, D-store reference dot contains key port. Is that not sneaky? I think that's sneaky. Okay, let's try it. Go. Yes, look at that. got it from the silly port. And only once. Perfect. D-store reference coming in useful once again. Yeah, and it's sending a bunch. Cool. And this one? Also working? Yep. Yep, that one's also working. Very nice. What I am going to do is slightly change the run configuration here, so it's not quite as frequent. Which argument is it? Let me just check. Yeah, controller, here we go. Rebalance period is the last one. It should be happening every 100,000 milliseconds. Have I done them the wrong way around or something? Like, what's that? Wait, let me see. No, it's there, look, the rebalance period. Each time we... Out of 1,000, but that said 100,000, didn't it? It should only be happening every 100 seconds. Huh? That's not making much sense. Oh, unless this doesn't have a weight on it. I'm so confused. Let me just do this. See what this is looking like. Because it should wait until it gets all the way to 100,000, you know? See, now it's not doing anything. I'm sure it was printing them out more frequently than that before, though. Yeah, look at that! Why has it sent it? Oh... Nah, look. It thinks another D-store has just joined, doesn't it? That's the point. So if I go down to execute, here we go, D-store. If it's a new D-store, it rebalances. If it's not, oh, it thinks it's a new D-store. Why does it think it's a new D-store? Let me try this then. On the next D-Store 2010 received, I should see hi being printed. I don't think I'm gonna see it printed, but I should see it printed. I didn't, yeah, okay. Great. Hang on then. Wait. Do you think they want... Oh no, let me just do that. See what it does. Empty. Cool. No, that was correct though, it should have been empty. It's the next time it shouldn't be empty. There we go. What? But it does contain it. This .dstores contains command 1. you think it's because it's a different data type? I bet it is. I'm going to need to like convert it to integer or something. And we're just waiting for that 2010. Yeah, so it received 2010 and 2010 was not in the list. But next time 2010 is in the list. But it's a, I think, yeah, let's just pass it as an integer and see what that is. Pass it. Bug fixing, everyone. Epic. I'm waiting for that high. It should print high in about 10 seconds. Probably less. Come on. You can do it. Hey, there you go. Yeah, we get the high this time. So it's not receiving list again. As you see. Ooh. This was received up there the first time, but not here the second time. See? No list. Perfect. I didn't think of that at the time, so yeah, there you go, bug fixing, cool. I also figure this.dstores may have been slightly broken in that case the whole time, but I guess it doesn't really matter if we have duplicate data in there, as long as we're not rebalancing with it, which we won't. But yeah, okay, cool. So a voice within me keeps repeating you, night and day. Sorry, I just enjoy this song. Right. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are. I think of you. So it's now printing the port that we get. Great. So we need to be waiting for these as acts. The same way we do with the store and remove acts. So, wait, what's all this? Store. Close. So what I'm also going to do then for... I guess it's an integer. The integer store in this dot dstores. Yeah, I guess so. In this dot dstores. This dot waiting for dstore lists dot put. Oh wait, we know, we're just putting the whole list in there, aren't we? Oh yeah, the first one's the file name, isn't it? We're going to need a reference to each one somehow. Each rebalance. Well, only one rebalance can happen at once though, right? What if a dstore joins while a rebalance is happening? Does that cause a problem? Let me see if it's in the file handling. Failure handling. Rebalance operation should wait for any pending store and remove operation to complete before starting. At most, one rebalance operation should be running at any one time. Yeah, okay. I think I've got an idea there. So, the waiting for dstore lists, instead of becoming a hash map, we just leave it as this.
Your personal
right?
guide to the world of country.
Just leave it as that.
YouTube Music Premium and get 1 free month.
But bear with me. Then we just do this dot waiting to dstore lists equals this dot dstores, right? Okay. But then what we have up here for rebalance. If it's this dot rating dstore lists dot size is more than 0, we just return. Right, that means the rebalance is currently happening. We're still waiting for the axe. Hey, that sounds good. That sounds good. And then this is just a list of the acts that are currently waiting on the list. Right? That seems smart to me. That seems smart. So then, when we go up here, instead of printing out the port, we do this dot waiting for lists dot remove port. Oh no, but no, not quite. Dstore reference dot get port. Okay. And then let me check that this is working. Okay. Let's try this. It should slowly remove all of the dstores from the list each time a rebalance happens. We had nothing, and that was the first time. We received the dstore. They never sent a list. Wait, what? Why did this never send a list? What? Also, what are you sending? What is sent? You don't tell me what you're sending. Great. It's just sending its own little thing there, so that's fine. Yeah, this isn't receive list. Hang on, let me run it again. Now that I changed that. Right, so this is open on port 2000, it's just doing its own thing. This is on here, dstore received, list received, emptiness. Cool. What I might do actually is this. Okay. Rerun that. Go. So we had hi, 2010, and then nothing. Perfect. What about this? Run that. What? It received dstore 2011, which should not have already existed. It's not recognizing the new dstore. And I don't know why not. Okay, run the dstore. Hey, would you look at that? We got a new dstore. Run the dstore. New dstore? Why didn't you do rebalance then? Oh. Did it think this would still contain stuff? No, but this didn't still contain stuff because we printed out there. So we got a new dstore. It should have gone to rebalance. Rebalancing. I feel I spelled that wrong, but I don't care. Okay, we start this again. Rebalancing, list received, hi, there we go. Okay. This one. Just to receive, not rebalancing. What? print that out, see what that says. Because that should be empty at that point. Yeah, I'm also gonna actually comment out these right now because that's not helping us. That's just cluttering stuff. Okay, open on port 2000. There we go. Client on port whatever the hell. D-store received. Rebalancing list received. All good. List received. Client on port that. D-store that received. It thought 2011 was still in it. It never removed them from that. I guess. What? Yeah, look, they're both in there. Comes this, then here it's meant to remove it. And we proved it was being removed here. And this waiting D-store list just was empty. So why is it full again when we get back here? Rebalance happen after this or something? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, confusion. Let me go have a look at this. I'll try to figure it out. Alright, I discovered the problem. The problem turns out is pretty obvious. So, just setting this equal to D-stores, it does the whole reference thing and means that it changes the same list. So, the waiting D-stores was removing stuff from the total D-stores list, and then this was also adding them to the waiting D-stores. And yeah, all in all, not good. As you can see here though, it works. Yeah, okay, it's been receiving a lot of messages. I got distracted on Discord, basically, yeah, okay, cool. But, yeah. So it received them, this was a new thing, did list, received nothing, new one added, received nothing again, and also clipboard, then it's receiving these, and it's also been doing this every, assume, 100 seconds. So yeah, it's been running a while. But yes, it's working now, which is great. It is now running Rebalance, it's doing the stuff, and yeah, it's removing the D-stores from the waiting D-stores list. So, here's the thing though, once this is empty, we need to actually do the rest of Rebalance, right? At the moment, all we're doing is actually fetching the files. So, that is the next thing to do. Dot size is equal to 0. Let me just check that this works, because I always get scared doing equals because I know it breaks with like strings and stuff. Okay, this is an integer, so I'm hoping it should work, but like damn, it's just awful really, isn't it? It's taking a long time to restart. There we go. Okay, so you get both the controllers. Yeah, it was done, and then it's done again. Okay, fantastic. So that works. So now we can go and look back on here. In the instructions. So what do we do now? It's receive. Controller revises file allocation to ensure each file is replicated over RD stores, and I2 files are evenly stored among D stores. Right. With ND stores, replication factor of R and F files, each D store should store between that and that. Great. Controller produces for each D store I a pair. Files to send, files to remove. Files to send is the list of files to send, and is the form number of files to send. File to send. Oh. What is this? File to send I is in the form. file name, number of D stores. Jeez. I said this was complicated. Come look at this. Come look at this. Look at this. This right here. Auto moves the list of file names to remove. Okay, so that's not too bad. Right, yeah, so it somehow needs to evenly spread them out. Oh dear. The thing is, in order to make it efficient, what I also need to do is make it so that the D stores that currently hold the files continue to hold them. Otherwise we'll have D stores like removing their own files and just storing them somewhere else for like the sake of it, you know? Which is obviously not exactly what we're going for. So, yeah, that's another thing to say there. I'm honestly not sure how to do this. What we've got is, I don't even know. At the moment, when it receives the message, all it does is remove the ACK waiting. It doesn't actually store that anywhere. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to store the information that it receives from the D store somewhere. Yeah. Kind of like a temporary index, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, kind of like a temporary index. I think I know what we're doing. We're making a temporary index. Temporary D store index. So this is going to be a list of strings. And then it's going to need to be a hash map though, isn't it? And so the list of strings... Wait, no, hang on. Right, so... Okay, I get it. This needs to be integers. Then this is a hash map. String. It goes to string. I think. Yeah. What's the problem with it? Identifier. Oh yeah. D stores files. Sure. So then this is going to be each file, and then oh no, I want it to be the other way around, don't I? So that's the D store, and then that's the files that it contains. Something like that. Something like that could work. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that. And then, but how do we manipulate this in a manner that is gonna redistribute all of the D stores files?
Here's a resolution for your team.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and come up with some sort of algorithm, and I'll come back when I've got it figured out.
Calendar invites. Get started for free.
Okay, I've got an idea. It's a really bad idea, but it's an idea all the same. I think it sounds good. So, here's the plan, right? I put here in rebalance, we've changed this to start rebalance, I put here rebalance, right? Iterate through every D store. So D store files is, well, you know, that's all of the files from each D store, that's what we get sent. Iterates through them and adds them to total files, right? which we're now printing out, and as you can see, wait here, this is what it's printing out at the moment, just that clipboard one PDF, because that's all that's there. So, what we can then do, right, I'm going to remove all the duplicates, the total files, okay? Let me check how to do this. Remove duplicates from list. Here you go. That looks like Stack Overflow. Add the contents to a set which will not allow duplicates, and then add the set back to the array list. This destroys the ordering of the elements in the array list, but I don't care. That sounds good. In that case, we can actually just use a set instead of an array list in the first place. So if I do this... Is that how that works? Can it be instantiated? Oh, hash set. Okay. Like that? Aha! There we go. So now, just for the purposes of the experiment, I'm going to go here. We'll run the controller. I just copied the file, okay? I just copied the file. That is all. Yeah, see, look, it's still only getting one clipboard PDF, even though there is actually two now. Oh. See, look, if I print out at the top here, what's it? These store files. If I print that out at the top, there's going to be two clipboards, but then the bottom one, there's only going to be one clipboard. 3 stonks. Oh. Oh yeah, there we go, look. Here. Yeah, that's when there was only one D-store existing here. We have 2 clipboards, but only one of them is being put in here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So... in that case... What we then do, next step, we've removed all the duplicates. I wrote this down. Let me go. Append the list onto itself. Right, another thing that I want to look at. Append a list to another list. Let's see how we do this. But this is a set now, isn't it? Can we append a set to another set? Hang on, let me just find out because this looks complicated. Alright, so this works here. I've set up an array list, total files, this is now called set files, and we're just using add all. That is apparently a thing that works, so that's great. We do that as many times as R is, and as you can see in total files, we now have 2, because default replication factor on my one is 2. So, with this, now it is pretty simple. I'm going to have another 4. I guess... Wait, do we actually need to... I was going to redistribute them among dstore files, but I don't think we need to. We can just send a message to each dstore, can't we? Remove all of its files and then... Yeah, well, there you go. What I do need to do is split up this new total files thing into the separate amounts. So we have our maximum and minimum amount of files that are allowed in each dstore, apparently, which is R times F, the number of files, I believe. RF number of files, yep, divided by N, which is the number of dstores. So let's come with an example here. We have one file, replication factor 2 dstores, 1, they can only store one file each, which makes sense. So yeah, we can't reduce it by any in that amount. We'll just store like the seal amount, so that is fine. So we need to split it up now. So I will use this dstore files dot. Can I clear it? Yeah, clear. There we go. And then hang on, file, it's an integer, file amount equals this dot R times set files dot size divided by this dot dstores dot size. Put those in buckets just in case something goes weird. What are you doing? YouTube has decided to kill itself. Understandable. Yeah. And there we go. Nice, it's back. Let me just put this back on then. Which one should we pick? Let's pick that one. There we go. Ah, good. Sorry about that. So we now have the file amount. Should start again. Okay, never mind. Music's just gonna quiet. It's not actually died. It's just lagging. That's all. Anyway, for int I 0, I less than file amount plus. There we go. Now what I'm going to do here is this. There we go. It's back now. Great. Dstore files. We're going to need to iterate through all of these as well on the outside, aren't we? For integer dstore in this dot dstores keys. We want the keys? Where's the keys? Oh wait, is this... No. Oh, dstore files. Right, that's why. Then we can get the keys. The key set. There we go. Okay. So for each dstore in the keys, and then for each thing in the file amount. Ah, no, I get it. We don't play this. Look. Dstores dot replace. Here we go. Dstore then the new value, which we get from here. Dear, I'm getting confused, aren't we? Oh, we need to create an array list. Oh, okay, I get it. So if we put this here. An array list of strings here. Files to add. Do this. Put that there. I'm getting it. Files to add. Dot. Add. Then we have the D store. We want to add in. Oh no, not this. We want total files. Total files. Dot get I. Right? Then we do files to add.
Quality writing makes your schoolwork better.
Oh dear. And then
Meet Grammarly, the digital writing assistant that helps students create effective writing that delivers results. Getting in-depth writing feedback couldn't be easier.
oh, I'm so
Suggestions are provided
confused. We now need to start to the
in
next
like
one
clear
though.
and mistake-free sentences.
So I think what
These
we do
thoughtful
is we have
suggestions help you
here.
tighten up important papers, group
No,
assignments,
even here.
even emails to your peers and
Int
professors.
I equals 0.
Grammarly can check your text against billions of web pages to make sure your writing is original. You know that email you're nervous about? Grammarly can tell you if your tone sounds.
And then, wait, do we need this at all then? What if I just do that? Is that going to work? Do you think that'd work? I don't think that'd work. Okay, sure. We'll call it J. And then we'll have int I equals J. And then J plus plus. This is so pursed. This dot these dot files. Let's just see what it does. It's not going to work. I'm almost certain it's not going to work, but we can see what it does. Because it'll do something at least. I mean, there's no errors, so it's going to compile, you know? Yeah, see, it doesn't work. It only put that in one place. So, what have we got? Let's print out files to add up here. Files to add. What's wrong with it? May not have been initialized. Ooh. Okay, in that case, we'll print a little hi to say we're starting. And then print out that there. Let's see what that does. Come on, you silly thing. Ooh. Start that. Start that. Okay, so we get claude1.pdf and then it goes. To rethink this. Let me just rethink this a minute. Okay, so I honestly cannot remember exactly what I've done. I messed around with a lot of things and a bit of bug fixing here and there. These are not, as you can see here, adding in the order that you may expect, but it is the correct order. It depends on what order it receives it in, I think, or something like that. And more importantly, it's adding it in the same order each time. So it may be 3, 1, 2 instead of whatever you were expecting, but then it's 3, 1, 2 again after that. So that's cool. And yes, we add these with the add files thing here. It's then, I'm using this marker here instead of J, although it is the same thing. And then I put that in there. That's working. And then as you can see at the bottom, we get 2010 should be having those two, 2011 should be having those two, 2012 should be having those two. Also, yes, I added in a few more files, so there is now 3 in total, and we have a third dstore here, just for a bit of testing. I fiddled around with the order of these files, and it looks like they're working okay. So, it looks like it knows where each file is meant to be stored now. Of course, this is pretty inefficient because there's going to be a lot of file swappings just generally around the place. What we need to do is compare this list that we have here now, which is dstore files, with the original dstore files that we had at the top, in which case perhaps I shouldn't have actually cleared it and changed it. I should have made a new one, shouldn't I? Yeah, that would have been smarter, because I do need to compare them now. But yes, what I'll do is I'll actually do that off camera, because the point is we're done for this one. We have figured out which files are going where, and now all we need to do is actually tell it to move them. So that'll be next time, and hopefully that'll be the last one, because this is, of course, the last function that we're adding in. The logs we still don't have access to yet, so I don't know, that'll happen at some point in the future, but it shouldn't be long, so I'll probably ignore that one video-wise. And yeah, we leave this one here, and next time we'll finish off this whole function here, make it actually move the files. So that'll be great. Bye!